flowers on the ground. We're lost and found, but love is gonna save us. Shadows walking in the crowd. We're lost and found, but love is gonna save us. Stones and flowers on the ground. We're lost and found, but love is gonna save us. Shadows walking in the crowd. We're lost and found, but love is gonna save us. But love is gonna save us.
Over here, there are more numbers here than the Dow Jones, you know. Stock market's having it rough. They should just go look at how this guy does it. My guy has 2 Skull of Impending Doom macros down here. 2 different Boots macros, because why not? A spell replay here showing how many times he presses Heroic Strike. I guess he wants to track when all of his buffs happen, so he knows when to snapshot. Never mind, he's a warrior. He doesn't snapshot. Then over here, he has his real-time update of his stats, I guess. There's a lot to unpack here. He also has glow effects on all of his weak auras, because this guy apparently hates his hardware. He has 36 FPS. I think if he would lower some settings and maybe distill down his UI, he could gain like 15 to 20 FPS, and maybe that would be better, I don't know. No, the 36 is not FPS. The 36 is something else. I don't know what this is. My man is cranking though. Hey, Big Lele. Congratulations to winning Tempest Keep, man. Oh wow, we can't listen to this song. We need some vibes. There we go. The thing is that they had a run that was almost 20 or 30 seconds ahead of this run that we're watching right now, which was super impressive, but they sadly bricked the run. We're gonna watch that as well. That's a very, very nice Hydros. I really like this Hydros setup. So if you look at the minimap down here, you can see that the Feral Druid here is already on his way to Hydros. Very, very nice. And look at the timing here. You can see the Hydros abilities here already. Oh, this is really fucking clean, the way that Hydros is coming in together with this trash. Big Lele says, we still have 3 more Serpent Shrine Cavern raids, approximately 18 hours from now. It's... okay. 18 hours from now. I think if the Westerners manage to beat your current time, Lele, I might look to shoutcast your runs tomorrow. That I try to rebroadcast your runs as you're streaming it on the Chinese, like Doujin. But I think the only reason the Westerners would be interested is if you guys get beaten today, and then you guys have to win tomorrow. Otherwise, I don't think I will be covering it. If you already won, then it's kinda over, I guess. Very, very clean Hydros engage. When are we going, boss? The guys are already doing a practice run, but they're doing it off stream. So there's high chance that they're doing something crazy. Something new. So we will see. Jeb is our spy. He is in our chat and he is in the run, so... This guy doesn't have a speedrunning weak aura, which is... based. Oh, this is a very nice Hydros tanking position, because immediately when you kill him, you just run and jump, and you're already on your way. This is an incredibly good... You could argue that it would be even better to position the boss here, so that it's just rocket boot jump, so you don't have to waste time with this travel, right? You see this dotted line that I just made? If Hydros will be tanked here instead, then it would be even better. Because all of these movement, which is like 1 to 2 seconds for people to do, you could just skip that. TBC boots equipped, I think. It looks like the Chinese are not doing the skip tech here that the Westerners are going for. And to tell you the truth, the time save on this skip has not really been paying off. Let me see here. One thing that I really like about the Chinese setup is how nicely stacked they get these mobs all the time. Okay. Like, while they are doing this, the Westerners are instead doing the rest tech, right? We have yet to see if the rest tech is really worth it. Let's just count the time here, actually. So it's pretty much from this point. When these mobs die, it is 4:45. And this is when they kill everything. 4:45. It's 70 seconds from the death skip to this point. I feel like if you execute the death skip perfectly, it is better than what the Chinese are doing. But it's a tricky thing to pull off. My daughter is trying to steal some Corsair stuff from my desk. It's kind of impressive that Unholy DK down here is number 8 on damage done overall. Or is this... No, this is the current boss fight. Okay. He's number 7 on the current fight. Overall, he's nowhere to be seen. Okay. Yeah. I would love to hear, Lele, if you could share some insight why you guys keep bringing 2 Death Knights. Why do you keep doing it? Because I understand that it allows for control with the grip, but the meta right now, Death Knights are really not that good. Why are you just not bringing another Hunter or another Rogue? Why do you opt for Death Knights? Is it to spread the magic damage taken so that Hunter's explosive trap just cranks harder? That it enables Hunters more? I don't know. Come save the baby. Here we go. Might be a bring the player, not the class type situation. I refuse to think that's the case. Because I feel like the Chinese rosters are way deeper than the Western rosters. Using a Rogue again to tank, obviously. I really like that they don't lose any players to Fathom Lord's last spell, or whatever you call it. Coke says, even Plaguebringer has no target cap, right? It spreads auto and Wandering Plague Aids. Yes. So I can see the Death Knight being really good because it spreads the magic damage amp. Oh god, this almost turned really ugly. Oh god, no. Is this the world record? It is. What? There's no way this is world record with this many people dead. Oh. What? Is this the brick drum? This guy is DC'd as well. Mass resing from the front, I like that though. That mass res was really nice. Okay. These guys are able to shave off like 20 to 30 seconds by just not having that disaster happen. Really nice recovery with the mass res. Who did that mass res actually? That's big brain, the shit. I wanna listen if we can hear the voice come here. I really wanna hear. Because this is really good recovery. Okay, we are gonna lower a bit. No subtitles. Oh my god, the voice is so low.
42上了吧？你的顺要。你们所有都这么做，继续打，继续打，你的无脑刷你的，无脑刷你的，我这样就行。
我操！我起来还被点了一下。
你的拳。打完我就群火。这种要拉脱。
完了，这还来了。
Okay, so they're almost wiping. They kill the boss. This trash bag needs to come. They now have a choice to make, right? They can not pull this trash and instead like rest here, but then they lose all momentum. And for some reason, they make the best choice to engage into this group with like 8 people dead and mass rest from over here. So I just want to try to hear a little bit.
多快！我操，真他妈炸了这波！
我就想他打。对
God, they melt that trash.
还有希望，打得很好的前面。这里这个群活能拉好的话，
快点把这波 A 掉。
不打，正好起来之后还有一个鞋子。
基总死了吗？
So as soon as these mobs die, they will be able to do a mass rest, right?
基总没死吧？
基总
你切的天赋自己过来。我群火。
我等你们脱阵。
在哪活的？这能救到吗？
Yo, that is amazing recovery. That is a really impressive recovery from a run that would have probably have been over for most speedrunning guilds. The fact that they keep up the pace with 8 people dead and do a mass rest from this position instead. Carathras' death time was approximately 65 seconds faster than Fast 2126 battle scene. Yeah, I have to watch. GLA bricked SSC. Is this the run, Lele? Yo, what are these timers? Okay. So this is what they are capable of doing. -4, -6. I actually want to see where they do Hydros. Because I feel like the Hydros positioning could have been improved a little bit. Okay, again, they are doing the safe positioning here. But if they would put Hydros, like, closer to the edge here, you would skip this movement. So I think there's some room there to gain. Oh, running on the left side. Why is the Death Knight running on the left side? This is not the fastest way, is it? Right side should be faster. No, this is bad movement. He shouldn't be moving like this. He should go rocket. Like you see, this guy over here is doing it correctly. Oh, and okay, this Death Knight fucked up actually. Now that I think about it, you could run with rocket boots here and probably jump all the way to the pipe, right? You see all these people, this is what I consider to be the correct parachuting. But it's so scary that if you get too close here, you might vicinity aggro these mobs. I think it's better if everybody just goes here, but I'm not actually sure. Like, this positioning is awful. Oh my god. Oh, whatever. Whatever, dude. Pick the player, not the class, and the guy fucking mouse clicks water walking. Okay, this is a mistake. They don't want to pull this trash. I think this trash is supposed to be done with Lady Vash, so that's a mistake. Okay, killing everything here. Not going for the death skip again. I like it. They are just full W, aren't they? TBC, rocket booting, this little tunnel. A bit late pull here, actually. Oh my god, the numbers on this guy's screen are insane. Like, you can't see shit with this numbers on your screen. I mean, if it works, I guess, but imagine if these players actually had, like, optimized user interfaces and shit. How good these guys could be. I mean, I'm not complaining. If they're gonna play with a handicap, that's perfect. Okay, this is a bit of a snooze fest. This is just... Okay, they go from -4 to what? -7. Okay. And then you got Fathom Lord, which is where they make the big time game. Pre-army, pre-based. No real downtime here. Let me see. -29. Oh, what an aggressive movement. That was beautiful. Not only did they kill the boss super fast, look how they go straight in, even when the mobs haven't despawned yet. Rocket boot to get early up. Is this where disaster happens because he's too deep? No. It's gonna be a Murloc pack wipe, possibly. Good patrol, good RNG with patrols. GLA fighting, 2 Murloc packs, more Grim. Ooh. Another Murloc pack. I mean, how do you wipe here? They survived the most dangerous part, I feel. Okay, here it is. Okay, Trash Pack comes in. Silences. Okay. Tank's dead, he's not really getting rest, is he? And then it's just a full-on wipe. Hard to say exactly based on this POV what happens, because this guy's UI is very hard to read what's happening to the raid. But yeah, that's a shame. Okay, so now we know. The Westerners need to gain like 20 to 30 seconds if they really want to feel like they're putting the pressure on. The Chinese are really, really strong right now. I don't know, man. I feel like the Chinese are super good this tier. It really do feel like that. Let me see. Altex asked, do you still play? No, I don't. I have a break from playing. I only play Classic WoW, and the game is kinda in a stalemate. What is that background? Doubter? Bro, you're calling me a doubter? You still have a fucking doubter icon in front of your name. My baby loves the color red. This is the perfect baby background, no? That's from yesterday? Yeah, we need to actually check in on that. Let me see. Please sit still, baby. Mother is out at the toilet right now. Fast Westerners, new PB in the final run. Choose outcome. They Ultra Bricked. Unlucky. I was betting against us to have a win-win situation. My man has all the financial vehicles to always win in speedrunning. If I lose, I win. If I win, I win. Okay, I think the blackout will last for a couple more minutes, but then it's probably gonna be game time. You wanna hold this lamp? Nej, nej! Helvete! Okay. Our daughter just used this lamp as a baseball bat and beat my keyboard, and now there's water everywhere. So be right back, guys. God damn it. I do vibe-based parenting, guys. It's based on vibes. Cute baby? Thank you, man. I think so, but I am biased, considering it's my daughter. Maybe you will be happy to hear this, Lele, but she loves the color red, so watching you guys makes her happy. Next gen shoutcaster. I feel like the younger generation now don't really do shoutcasts and esports. They do in real life streaming. And if my daughter grows up to be an in real life streamer, I might as well go back to playing WoW Classic, bro, and just disconnect from real life, I feel. Holy shit. Fatherless behavior if I ever saw it. One day she will be interviewed by some psychologist and they will be like, where was your father when you were growing up? And he was like, mainly in Alterac Valley, ranking. The psychologist is like, what? Baby is like, what? Maki says she'll shoutcast Classic Plus version 4 in a few years. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Chat is like, what? Yeah. Is the retail race to world first over yet, or is it still ongoing? I feel like it's still going, right? I really haven't watched. 2 more bosses. Well, there is one Chinese guild in the conversation. Fat Shark Yes is doing good as always. Everybody got to 7 bosses down and just started doing splits. Oh. Mystic splits. It's been paused? Wait, what? They realized that the content was too easy and they just paused? They time gate the last 2 bosses by a week? Oh my god, what? Final 2 bosses come out next reset, time gate it? Are you kidding me? Wow, I mean, Blizzard are just under-delivering after under-delivering recently. When was the last time we got like a successful launch? What are they doing? Literally worst race forever and viewership is underwhelming. Yeah, I was wondering about that because I see like 3k people watching Gingy, and I'm like, is he streaming Thunderstorm or something, or where is everyone? Kinda true. Texas, it was planned that they delay last 2 bosses by a week. I mean, that's pretty shitty design though. I don't know, I don't like it. It just encourages people to do splits, and splits are, in general, terrible for the game. Silly says it's not a fuck up, it was planned. Yeah, that's... If you say... I guess they planned for viewership to turn to nothing as well and completely ruin the only good hype moment that retail has. They were sitting there like, okay, so retail is the most popular when there's a race to world first. How can we make the race last longer? And a guy raises his hands and he says, we can make it last longer by time gating it. And the CEO is like, go on. And the guy says, well, we could either make the content very challenging and they have to like really play well, or we can simply gate it and people will watch the race for 2 more weeks. Oh my god, that's so genius. Idiots. Dreamy says, Maximum spoke about this and said Blizzard would have no idea what eye level they would be at when they pulled the next bosses. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't have much faith anymore in that company. I like what the Chinese scene is doing. Bro, I don't know if you guys have kept up with this, but basically... So a lot of people now that are into geopolitics are talking about the fact that Iran is currently able to take a toll of like 2 million for letting a boat go through the Strait of Hormuz, right? So 2 million per oil tanker that goes through. Very nice. But they want that money in yuan, right? Because they don't want to support American-based economy at all. So not only are Iranian getting their oil exported because the sanctions were lifted, they're also gaining 2 million for each ship that they push through. And this is making people think that China is like hella owning right now because they are really benefiting from this. Whereas America is kinda trending downwards like this because the petrodollar is dead. I would like for every political commentator out there to also consider this fact. You have a WoW player like myself, WoW player, and I have always believed in the Western led company called Blizzard. Even when they were Blizzard Activision, I still believed. So it was like Activision, and then it's Microsoft, right? And the problem is now, I have absolutely zero fucking faith in the current leadership and developers of World of Warcraft to take this game into a new possible direction. So I am going for NetEase. I think what the Chinese are doing with the World of Warcraft intellectual property is better than what the Western teams are doing. So I unironically think that the US is taking another L right now when it comes to World of Warcraft and how it's being managed. So if you're into geopolitics, maybe you're watching this right now and being like, oh man, my analysis is on point. I would just like to say, this is just an accurate of depiction of just the cultural decline of US. Dumbest fucking take. Grievous says, where is this going? I don't know, man. I want this blackout to be over, but the guys are apparently cooking something for us. Phenomenal Dom says, based, honestly. Hey-oh. Should you shoutcast China mop tot race? I don't know what the Chinese... like, how active is the... I watched the Chinese... Tier 14 race. Where can I see it? Mists of Pandaria. Is there any way to see how popular classic WoW is in China currently? So we got the Western numbers here, right? For like 16 weeks of tier 15. And now we are gonna switch over to the Chinese numbers. I have no idea what to expect. Huh? Oh my god. It's way more popular. 33k shamans, and they have fucking monk frost mages, 123k. Yeah, it's more equal to TVC numbers, no? Yeah, this seems to be pretty on par. Just judging from the glance. I think it's still a bit more popular because there's more classes. Discipline, element, evil. I swear the Chinese names are so dank when you translate them to Swedish sometimes. Should we look at the Chinese parse names again, like we did a couple weeks ago? Let's look at what the parse names have. When I press translate on this button, I am a bit scared for what I'm about to see, but language, English. Wait, here, translate to English. Oh, here it is. Is this name? Dual stamped 2-pack abs. Will it explode or not? What to do in the future? Existential dread, bro. £100 rat? What? First I saw the poke your big fat face, but then I saw underscore explosive god underscore, and I was like, what is my man cooking? It's 8 teams. Because I saw another name like Team 8 something up here. Team 8 Koroishi or something. It's Naruto reference, right? Aren't they 8 teams in the trials? Buying groceries. Uzumaki Kushina. Uzumaki is another Naruto reference, right? What is up with all these Naruto heads in the Chinese WoW scenes? Like this guy, he's a straight up like modern philosopher. All I think of are the Milky Way. My man names his frost mage that he parses on the Chinese WoW Plus to some like existential Aristotelian name. Crazy, dude.
I won't return, I won't give in, I will not break. I'm beyond the
Bamboo rafts on the water. I have to check the enhancement shaman names. There could be some absolute fire names in it, I think. What is this name? Yearning for home, tonight's hometown. Future champion of cheesy beauty. I don't like egg yolks. Walking in a slightly domineering manner. Does he mean demeaning? The market index is at 6,000 points. That's a good name, actually. All I want to do is play football. Soy sauce to hit children. Outstanding mentors of the Shanghai Theatre Academy. Eating steamed buns and steamed rolls. You know what? I'm good. Okay, some of those names straight up fire, bro. Great names. The Western names are much better. I feel like meme names in the West are like anything. Okay, if we type right now in chat like a typical gaming memer name in the Western stage, I'll start by just saying somebody calling it like God X, being like Anfall God X or something. This is like a gaming suffix or prefix that people use and they think like, I'm so funny, I'm so intellectual. I would like rate Goldex like 2 out of 10. It's so fucking boring. Oh yeah, any of these ones like QTPie, QTP, Cutie. So it would be like Anfall Cutie or Anfall Cutie Pie, Anfall QP or whatever. Absolutely 0 out of 10. If you have a character with that name, you are not like funny. You are Delulu in the brain. Terrible. Other types of like anything that has like Sug in it. So like Anfall Sug or something. I would say it's better than all of the other ones. Maybe it's like 3 out of 10, but it's pretty shit. Like Anfall Blue because of that class color. That's better though. But I feel like I see other variations of names, like people who use. You got God X, you got Cutie, Cutie Pie, you got Sug. Well, you got LOL, so you'd be like Anfall LOL or something. 0 out of 10. Like this is a terrible fucking name. I really hate these suffixes like dearly. You are not funny if you use these as a way to add to your name. You are, in my opinion, like brain damaged. Or just 17 years old, intellectually speaking. I don't know. I have a very hard time. Junior. Junior is probably one of the better ones here, actually. 4 out of 10. Anfal 1, 2, 3. Using 1, 2, 3, 4, I think that is... It just shows that you're not even trying to be funny, you're just like adding a number. I think that is the best so far, unironically. Oh, kick W. Or Poggers, like Anfal Pog, Anfal kick W. Anfal, what else do the kids say these days? Maxing. All of these are like 2 out of 10. They are funny for a week and then they're terrible. Yes, adding an X or an XX, 1 out of 10. Terrible fucking suffix to add. Sex jokes names are typical age. Dude, the amount of cringe 26-year-olds who play WoW casually and have names like Anfal AIDS or Anfal Cock X, or they find something that is off the filter, you know, there's like a blacklist of words that you can't use, and they find a weird variation of that name. Is so bad. It's like 1 out of 10. Terrible suffixes. Nico says famous people turn into something with a wowish reference like Taylor Swiftman or something stupid. Yeah, all of those terrible fucking names. Like famous Oprah Winfrey and all of these. They were funny the first time, but after that it's just terrible. Famous names. 3 out of 10. They can be good if they are creative, but other than that, they're terrible. Oh yeah, using like Anfal Ret, Anfal Sham, Anfal Lock. Those names can, so let's call them class names. They can be acceptable, I think, because they are a bit like naming it 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just you're kind of giving up, right? Legolas. What about adding bolt arrow to ward or counter characters? Oh yeah, so being like Anfal bow for hunter, Anfal demon for warlock. I would say that is probably a 2 out of 10. Very, very terrible. Yes, Anfal Wind Fury, Anfal Storm Strike, Anfal Lava Lash. What about accents? Oh yeah, those accents. I hate people who use random ass characters in their in-game names because they're so bad. Like you add stuff like fucking Danish, or you go even harder and you make use some fucking scheisse letter or something. All of those are 0 out of 10. You are not funny, you're not creative, they are terrible. What about people with boss names like Jaraxxus? No, but an entire name is a different thing. I'm only talking about people who add a suffix at the end. Oh yeah, like any of these. All of those, they're terrible. They're absolutely dog shit. You're not funny just because your name. Oh, I can't spell your name. You're like, you don't know how to make the Icelandic for. Oh. You're so terrible, dude. Yeah, Anfal. Oh yeah, and people who use, you know, these barcode names. I'm just gonna call them like these. You are a 0 out of 10. You are not funny. It's cringe. You're literally 16 years old. It's terrible. What should we do for alts though? Make a new name? No, I mean, there are good ways to name your alts. So let's say your name is Anfal, and that's your main, right? Then I think you make like a hierarchy tree. So the name Anfal can be split up to other versions of that name. and it can be good names still. Barcode names goated in StarCraft 2. Barcode names were goated like 15 years ago. I don't know. I just think that the best things you can do, the most fun ways to play around with your name, is play with the last part of your name. So if your character name is Anfall, you can probably make fun of like this part of the word. So here you could have anything, right? Anfall, unfalling, anfalafel, etc, etc. So you can use any name and you can make like a pun of the last part. And that, in my mind, is a great way to name your alts. I use adjective words that make pairs. That's pretty smart, actually. I like that. Avfall is goated. Thank you, man. It's one of my best names. I'll actually give you some lore. So there was a WoW server that was gonna launch that was called Sunwell Frosthold. And this was the second iteration of a Wrath private server that used to be called like Angrathar before. And I was so convinced that I am gonna get Realm First of any class. And I looked up what all of the different Realm First for a class gets a specific title. For example, if you're a shaman, you get Off the 10 Storms. If you are a hunter, you get Stalker. But you know what priest gets? They get the title called Prophet. So if you are Realm First level 80 priest, you get the title Prophet and then your name. And my name is Anfall. And this is where I came up with the genius plan of a funny name that I sadly got reported for. So I took the name Anfall, and then what I did, I added 2 letters at the end, which was AH, which happens to be, apparently, if you take Allah here at the end, that is the Islamic version of God, so I would be Prophet Anfallah. And I was like, this is very funny, actually. So I get to level 80, and I get the title Prophet Anfallah, and I get spam reported by literally every Shia and Sunni that is playing on this Wrath private scene. I get contacted by the developers, and they're like, can you please rename? And I write a fucking 2,000 word document, this is before ChatGPT, explaining why my name has nothing to do with that. And they are like, you know what, actually keep your fucking name, I CBA. So I stuck with the name Prophet Anfallah. Then, when I went to Classic, and I wanted to play on Classic, I had a priest alt, and I wanted to name it Anfallah, because that was my name on private servers. And it was blocked, because you can't have the word Allah in your name on WoW. So on Classic, I could never retake my priest name. Funny little lore, actually, behind some names that I've had over the years. I mean, I'm over it, so it's not like it's a problem or anything. They're keeping you down, dude, for sure. Get up and make it work. Ain't no way that I'm sitting around. It's now or never. I'm picking it first. You can't tell me that I won't make it. Knew that I had this gift since birth. Grinding came out the mud like Roddy. I had nobody. I came from dirt. Still can't fuck up. Put in the work. Painting a picture when I write lyrics. Don't call me a rapper. I'm really an artist. This one by chance or luck. I took one shot and I hit my target. I'm not even yet in my prime. I'm not at 100 yet. I'm still charging. They don't want to see me win, but I know in the end I'm winning regardless. Sleepless nights I was up in the stew, up in the booth trying to make me a hit. So you have the Arabic version of Amph Codex. True, dude. Fucking true. The Shabi spots on Clad's Parse around this Saturday. Dude, it's Easter. Dude. You guys wanna know what the first character of first character with the Anfall name was? It was on a server called Chronos 2, and I actually have it here. Look. Twin Star Anfall. orc rogue level 60 in a guild called Praise the Son of K2. This was the first time I used the name Anfal, dude. Phase 1 rogue. I even have the goblin rocket helmet on the armory. Fucking based. But Kronos 2 sadly died, and we went on to... I think it was Elysium that then came back. And I don't think Elysium Armory is still around. But man, this Praise the Sun absolutely goated the guild, bro. Guild rank here. Shuban still plays. Let me see if I can find fucking Alexander. Is he here? No. Honcho. Chris, bro. Chris. Fucking skunked player. Some really OG names here, dude. Oh, these people are gone. Yeah, this was way before Classic. I think this is after Nostalgius though. Torsk says, did you ever play TBC, private server, Netherwing? Nah, I played Warmain Outland, even before that. But I didn't have the name Anfal. Did I? Did I use the name Anfal back then? I was a Resto Shaman. Everybody played on Warmain Outland? Yeah, I was in a guild called To The Moon. And a lot of the people from To The Moon then went on to become some of the people playing in many of the most hardcore guilds in Classic. Anfal Resto Shaman. Can I find it? Warmain Outland server. Outland has opened. Oh, this is so long. There's no way this is searchable. Here. To the Moon. Oh, wow, this is... I don't think I was part of this. Was I? Not sure if I'm in this. Oh, dude, I am, dude. Realm First Mother Sharaz on Warmain Outland. There I am, Anfal. Holy, dude, Anfal Resto Shaman in TBC. I'm almost disgusted to see it myself. But to be fair, a lot of these people that played in this guild went on to be really good players at the end. Like really legit. Arvo was really good, Finrodi was really good. The healers and tanks of this guild, sadly you don't see them on these damage meters. Really good people. Fresh Chemo, I remember that guy. Only because N9 TBC is... I mean, N9 TBC is pure fucking brain rot. If you're playing N9 TBC, I'm sorry, dude. You're beyond help. There's no amount of therapy or psychedelics that can get you out of that fucking shithole mentality. Best of luck to you, bro. I wish you luck. When do the runs start? I mean, they've told me a long time ago it was gonna be soon, so it's 8 PM now, maybe like 20 minutes? Check back then maybe. Right now I'm just killing time, chilling. Practicing Lady Vash pulls. Thank you, Yab, for keeping us up to date. Skip the runs, I use vibe with chat. I'm not that type of streamer. I'm doing my best right now though. If you guys are semi-entertained. Imagine you're practicing and Yabba's Anfal blasting a stream in his headset. To be fair, he's playing Enna Shaman in Wrath. You don't really need voice comm at all. Phenomenal Dom says, let's discuss the theory of why players refuse to learn much of anything about the game they play. You really think that? You really think that? I feel like a huge part of World of Warcraft that makes the game fun to play is knowledge-based. It's not really about mechanics, it's about just understanding the game. I feel like WoW is a very knowledge-based skill expression. Church Vibes is atting Yebs, telling him to focus on the practice. Meanwhile, he's a hunter who definitely should be focusing on the practice. Get off my back of my Enna, bro. I don't think I will be able to cover the Race to World First Wednesday evening because I will be traveling and I will only have a laptop. I won't be able to have the studio or anything, so I'm probably not gonna be covering it. Instead, I'm gonna be focusing on covering the speedrun that follows. Phenomenal says, we're talking about the average player you'd find in a dungeon finder as an example. Well, where is this picture? I think this picture pretty much embodies how I feel about... Here it is. So I think this picture, the bell curve, is true in many cases, right? So here you have, here, in the middle, it says the following. Anfal has like the most Wrath experience out of anyone who plays Classic and is consistently performing well. His Wrath knowledge is exceeded by no one, and he's a team player and the likes have never been seen. Any guild should be happy to have him grace their roster and heed his advice. And you scroll down and you realize that that is like the average player's perception of who Anfal is. Then if you go to the left of this skill curve, you have people saying Anfal is an idiot. And there will always be people who just consider Anfal to be an idiot. But then on the right side of the skill curve, you also have some of the best people saying Anfal is an idiot. So I just feel like your theory about why do people not bother to learn the game, it all depends on where you are on this curve. Because I think there are people who know a lot about World of Warcraft and they argue and bicker about like things here in the center, you know? So they are way too focused on parsing and details and stuff. And some of the best people out there, they are really like also here, they simplify the game. I know people who are in this part of the bell curve that are really, really good at the game. And they are really good. They're really good, but they simplify the game. They break down the game to understandable bits. And instead of like going into breaking down every single input in their rotation like people here, instead they are like, just press buttons, bro. Which is something that this guy over here should be saying as well. But some of the best people are also like that. And I feel like a lot of content creators are really catering to people in this space. Explaining things and being like, oh, look how much I know about this topic. I'm more of this guy. Like, really, sometimes it's really simple. It's just move better, bro. Just play better, bro. But you guys don't want to watch this type of analysis. You guys want to watch this level of analysis for the most part. But I really think that, like, if over here you have CC ban, right? This is CC ban. And over here you have Anfal. Both of them are complete idiots. Both of them are super dumb. But on different parts of the skill spectrum. Turi says DPS is a mindset. Pump, 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 pump. Yeah. It kinda is. I think the biggest difference between, so, like, DPS mindset I'm talking from a competitive classic standpoint, it might be different in retail, whatever, is that number one should be like output. How much damage can you do across an entire run or a race to world first? So this is rotation, but it's also uptime, like positioning well and stuff. Now, the thing that a lot of people have a hard time dealing with is that you need to get to the next stage, which is like level 2, where it's all about raid DPS. This is where you understand that it's not really about the individual. Like up here you have like the individual is in the focus. Down here it's the macro focus. How many hundreds of thousands of raid DPS can we do? Which target should I prioritize? Should I leave these ads up for other classes to funnel? Like these understandings about when your class is supposed to take a step back and let others shine, so that raid DPS on priority targets can be as high as possible. So it's about prioritization. It's a good example about prio is that, okay, let's say you have 3 health bars, and one of them looks like this. It has maybe 15% health, and you have another mob in the same trash pack that has 50% health, 50%, and you have a third mob that has 75% health. Now, when all 3 of these mobs are dead, you are allowed to move to the next place. Which one of these 3 mobs do you think you should prioritize as a DPS player? Which one of these should you be focusing your damage on if your goal is to go to the next stage? I just want anybody in the chat to give their immediate gut reaction. Which one of these 3? How good is the cleave? I mean, if you cleave all 3 of them down, the 15% one is gonna die fastest. So if you do the same damage to all 3 of them, your brain might trick you into thinking that A will die, right? So the number guy in the chat is saying you should be focusing on the 75% one, because it's all about all 3 of them dying at around the same time. So if you focus on the one with the most health, then the lowest health one will die because of just splat, cleave, AoE, right? However, this is not an entirely true statement, because this is where our eyes deceive us in WoW, because these percentages tell you nothing about what you call absolute HP. If these 3 mobs are the same NPC ID, then you would be correct in focusing mob C. But if these are 3 different mobs, then maybe the 15% mob has 5 million health left, but the 75% one has only 1 million health left, and the 50% one has 2 million. Then it would actually be correct to be focusing A. However, nameplates, the way that they work, are a visual interpretation of a bar. Nameplates as a way to process information rapidly is division and percentage based, not absolute numbers. However, you can get absolute numbers to show on nameplates, but this is where unit frames become important, where you have maybe your player frame, and then you have your your rotation in the center of your screen, and then over here you have the target, and over here maybe you have your focus. These frames can provide much richer information than these nameplates can. So the truth is, which one of these should you focus? It depends, which is a very boring answer. It depends on a lot of different things, but this is where you need to get good at prioritizing, and a lot of speedrunners in Classic, they don't. They just tunnel really hard on the highest health mob, and they don't think twice about it, because they're stupid, and they want to look good on overall damage. However, if you are really good at macro, prioritization, meta read and stuff like that, if you are really good at this level 2, then we're about to go full circle, because then it's back to mastery. which is again focusing on, you guessed it, the individual. So like, you start out focusing on improving yourself. Then you start focusing on how can I work in an ecosystem together with others. But then once you have that figured out, you revert back to going inward. You look at the 100 parses. You look at what the best people playing your class are doing. Some of them are doing cringe strats or whatever, but you look at them and you try to see what they do to get inspiration. You do VOD review of yourself to improve movement, to again improve your uptime. Whoa, flashbang. So yeah, these are my thoughts about how to think about your place as a DPS player, and I think this is a bit of a process that you need to cyclically go through. So at the start of a raid, you always have to consider yourself to be at step A, then you get better, you get to step B, and then you get back to step C. Some people can do this entire cycle in, I would say, PTR. All they need is 3 weekends of PTR, and they know how to do all of these stages. And some people need 10 weeks of playing, and some people never get there. The best players that I play with, they go through all of these stages in 3 weekends of PTR. That's it. That's all they need for Classic. Caretaker says, just press your buttons harder. True. True Cat says, my DPS doesn't matter because I identify as a middle of the pack player. True. Burke says, tank drags mob to next pack and you press buttons. Dan says, ironically, you are now a content creator explaining to the middle of the bell curve. I know. It's the paradoxical truth of the type of content I make. Yeber says, feels like they buffed the legendary drop rate. We got 3 out of 3 yesterday, and today in practice another 2 drops. But that's really good though. When you're about to transition into a new phase, it's nice if the legendaries have increased drop rate to encourage people to go back. Alright. Beast. Oh, you're... Sidley says, it's okay to just chill in the macro group. I think if you are a healer or a tank or a leadership person, then you should never leave the macro focus. You probably need to help people focus on the macro stuff, because chances are that a lot of people around you are such hyper individualistic people that you as a leadership need to balance them to don't forget the macro. Don't forget the macro. But I've always emphasized that you can't forget the micro as well. I think there are some players that, in my history of playing in progress, they overemphasized macro a lot. They underplayed the importance of being actually a good player, I think. Okay, guys, I'm the baby coming through. She's very tired, but she doesn't want to go to sleep, so she will sit with me until we start. Oh, okay. Please don't spill water on my keyboard. That's all I ask. Oh, Let's see if she likes this. Do you like this? I made this color red for you. Oh. Let me see. Is this all set up now? Nice. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a bit. I know a lot of influencers and stuff usually make a post or a vlog explaining, hey guys, so this is my stance on how my children will be involved in my content creation, and they give these long, like 15-minute videos explaining why they think it's wrong to expose their child to the audiences of strangers and stuff like that. And they have all these very reasonable and good arguments why the child should be allowed to wait until they're older and stuff. I get all of that. But the truth is, for me, I work full time, I come home, I spend time with my wife and kid, and then it's time for this. And I'm sitting like 3 meters away from my kid. And my kid is like, I want to be with dad. And it's like, but dad is streaming right now. Of course you can come sit with me. And I understand it's a bit like, oh yikes, I have to watch Anfal's kid. Oh. But it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a dad now. Well, what can you do? She likes when you guys spam the bro emote. She likes the color red. She's happy when she gets to sit with me for a little bit, then it's back to mom. So I've decided not to feel guilty about it. She's not a prop. I'm not content farming with my baby daughter, okay? But if I am gonna be streaming and I have a kid, then my kid is gonna be in the stream sometimes. It's just the way it is. You wanna eat the Thai, maybe? Just don't strangulate me, please. I don't know. They have 2 runs left tonight. This is gonna be very fucking stressful, actually. What is this red emote? I've never seen. Will she get her own Corsair headset when she grows older? I mean, we're gonna see how long I stay affiliated with Corsair. The truth of it is that a lot of content creator partnerships are performance based these days. It's not like, yo, you want to be part of this brand. It's all about like spreading your promotional code and how many people actually use it, how monetizable is the content creator. And to tell you the truth, I'm just really not interested in selling out more than I already am. Like, if people want to use my code and shit, cool. If you guys don't want to do it, that's fine. I don't do this for a living. I don't want to like sell my soul for a few extra bucks. When's the gambling sponsor? Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna get a gambling sponsor. It would have to be an insane payout to even consider. It would have to be like life-changing money for me to consider doing something that I consider highly immoral. I think online gambling and shit is the fucking plague of young men. I think the gamification and betting on everything is the morale and feel like existential downfall of society. These prediction markets that is just glorified gambling and insider trading is like rotting my will to be a part of this world. I'm so happy that I'm gonna be moving to the countryside and just disconnect from everything, dude. I'm still gonna do these shoutcasts and shit, but I just wanna remove everything from my phone and not be a part of it, dude. SHOUTCAST, I was watching a streamer who took such a deal and was telling his viewer in his language, don't gamble, it's not good, I'm only doing it because they offered me a bag. Yeah, but if you consider gambling to be a potential of an addictive behavior, right? That gamblers have poor self-control. It's a bit like if I were to offer you a substance, like let's say you're an alcoholic and I as a content creator get a sponsorship with some vodka company, and I offer you a link, and if you click on it, you can get alcohol to your door. And I'm like, by the way, guys, don't drink. It's not good for you. It's like, but you don't know who in your audience that has like very hard time with these things. So, I mean, to me, it feels like the total morale decay to do any of it. And that's why I'm very happy that I'm working full time, so I don't need to take sponsorships I don't want to. Corsair is like a childhood dream to be sponsored by or partnered with, so that was easy. Are you gonna eat it? Are you gonna eat that? Is Mike? It looks like you're contemplating it. Okay. This is an ad, by the way. I am affiliated with Corsair. Apparently, the Void V2 headset is very approachable for a 9-month-old baby. We will soon probably witness if it's edible as well. Right now it looks like it's more funny to make daddy's voice up, and there we are. Is it good? Can daddy get it back now? Thank you. Okay guys, does my mic still work? Is working? Did it survive the test? I am literally Nexus Gaming. I am Tech Jesus, dude. The stuff I do to test my hardware. Please, babe. Please, baby daughter. Please. You can slap military grade tested on it now. Yeah, it's both chemically and mechanically tested at this point. Please, please, please. Please, I beg of you. Stop. Corsair's next ad will include clips of this. Yeah, I doubt it, but... Come on. Just because I don't let you eat my headset doesn't mean I'm straight up evil. Yeah. Yeah, it's about time. We're about to go live. Nah, I mean, nothing broke on the headset. I consider that good quality headset, actually. Man, I really need this. I really need the Westerners to do a improvement here today, because the Chinese have a very, very, very good... They can improve a lot. Okay, guys, you have 5 minutes to place your bets. 5 minutes. I lost the house from last couple of gambas. Well, now here's your chance to win it back. You just need to double your channel points 8 times and you're back again. I mean, don't gamble, guys. Gambling is very bad for you. Guys, please don't do this. Maybe you live in a industrial country that has decided that gambling with channel points on Twitch is the fucking Antichrist and you're not allowed. F in the chat for all the viewers who are not allowed by their government to gamble with channel points, dude. Fucking lousiest interpretation of the Anti-Gambling Act in the EU I've ever heard. You have fucking Bet365 and Mr. Green and shit spamming ads literally in my face everywhere I go. But the citizens of Sweden aren't allowed to gamble channel points because it's online gambling. Give me a fucking break. The hypocrisy is insane, dude. At least get a VPN sponsor so we can start gambling. You know what's funny? I think I have a VPN sponsor in my inbox that I could activate just for memes. Just for the memes. this is set up now. Yeah, the European Union Anti-Gambling Act is a real shit show with the Counter-Strike cases and the stuff that they enforced. I don't know how good that went. Yep, says they added a feature where the case shows what's inside, but then when you have to pay to get it and enable to open another case. I am so lost, dude. A case within a case. This is madness. How are the bets coming in? We got 65k saying yes and 75k saying no. That's a pretty good split between the doubters. Show me right now in chat who's on each side of this actually. Who are the believers? Believers? And who are the doubters in the chat? Let me tally you guys up. Who's on the side of this shit? Okay, you got Yeb believing. That's nice. Fashan can't decide. Well, we already know that Fashan is gonna be a doubter. He's always a doubter. Oh, another Newman player being a hater. Who would have known? Inferi is calling Ultra Big as well. Okay, that's you used to be one of the believers. Gamma, that's my guy, being a bit positive. We'd like to see it. Shurkata wants to be involved. Scroom says, I believe, but he put his fucking channel points on doubting. What a hypocrite. Scrooms. Absolute disgraceful behavior. Kia says, I ran out of points. Dude, any point you can put into the pot to give yourself a 1 or 2 in front of your name is worth it. Works, of course, always a believer. Usua all in again on doubting. Fashan again, of course. Another Newman player, just hating. Hate watchers. Okay, so the thing is that I would like to look. If they don't brick their shit, it will be a PB. Hard, like it will be straight up a PB. But I feel like there's so much potential bricks. There are so much that can go wrong. The number one thing that can go wrong is skip number 1. If they still do it, I feel like it can get fucked up with the Masters. Number 2. Phantom Lord characters can have multiple casualties, which would just be disastrous. 3. Morogrim can be an absolute shit show with multiple deaths. 4. Vashpull could be absolutely disastrous. All of these things are potential bricks. If they don't have any of these 4 things happening, it will be a PB for sure. Sam, big doubter. What? Why? Why Sam? Dreamy says lately not breaking has been impossible. But they did do an improvement yesterday in Tempest Keep. But then in the run that was supposed to be the new world record, they bricked their shit completely. So, Hooties? Your name is inspired by the fucking the rebels in Yemen, and you're a hate watcher? That's insane vibes. I don't know, go fucking pirate motorboat oil tanker or something. Your name is Houthi. Connection issues are impossible perma-blocking through Monka TOS. Hey, stop it. I don't know. I have high hopes for this first run. Imagine sitting here watching speedruns getting called. I didn't say that word. I didn't call him a terrorist. I called him a rebel. There's a big difference there. Are you part of the Empire? Do you consider Luke Skywalker and Leia's attempts to overthrow the dictator terrorism? Are you on the side of the Empire, dude? My man is sitting there watching Star Wars being like, oh yes, the good guys are losing. Abs channeling his inner Sith Lord being like, oh, I fucking love Darth Maul. Why? Because he cuts Qui-Gon in half, bro. It's my favorite part of Star Wars. Absolute psychopath. The part where everybody cried, and he's like, my favorite part is when the guy from Taken gets snapped in half. That's my favorite. There's no pull timer yet, is it? No, there's no pull timer yet. You guys are stressing me out. Sir, they blew up the second Death Star. I mean, it's a very basic ass take. Andor. If you haven't watched Andor, congratulations, you have absolute cinema ahead of you. Great science fiction. Ido Totem says, is this the first run? Yes. The first run they did was off-stream because they were testing stuff out. But now, we are in it to fucking win it. The problem is that the current world record is like 20 seconds faster than the Westerner's current personal best. And the Chinese have at least 20 to 30 seconds more of an improvement in the bag if they just don't brick their run on Morrigan Tidewalker. Kimbo Slice pressed no to the ready check. The real Kimbo Slice would never press no on the ready check. This guy is imposter. Man, I remember watching UFC back when Kimbo was introduced to the Ultimate Fighter and then did his UFC debut. Absolute cinema, bro. The internet were simpler times back then. Could you say that he was like one of the first influencer fights? Maybe. Back when his backyard fights were on YouTube. Yeah, those are some those are some YouTube classics, dude. I remember watching some of those backyard fights, and all the time I'm like, oh my god, please don't fall, because there's like fences and there's concrete, and there's like, oh my god, please don't fall into that car. And I'm like, oh shit, oh, it's not even about the fight, it's just that they're fighting in an environment where the consequences of falling on your head would be like, GG, bro, it's over. Did you watch his street fights? I mean, I think me and all of my friends watched all of his fights back then. Nah, Kia, bomb fights is a fucking cringe-ass type of content. Absolutely disgusting content. This was something different, man. I would call it like he was an influencer fighter before I even knew that word existed. Kimbo's Light. Rest in peace, dude. My man had a big heart. from decades of taking testosterone and growth hormone, and it enlarged his heart to the point that he had fibrillary cardiac arrest. But still, big heart. Dude, I don't know the drama as well as you do. I'm just saying that the guy called Kimbo here, who didn't accept the ready check, real Kimbo Slice, he would be in his Herman Miller gaming chair on his Ducky keyboard, pressing yes on that ready check. He would be ready to go, dude. Real Kimbo would press yes. Looks like everybody is online at least. That's a good place to start. Okay guys, type right now in the chat, how many fishing attempts do you think we will need before we get Lurker on the big nasty hook? Oh, pull timer! What the fuck? Is this real? Is this real? Is it real? My fucking god. What? Okay, one shot to the fishing. We're so back. Okay. Now, I need to see a little bit here. One stack. Two stacks. Can we get a third stack? If we get a third stack as the refresh, it's insane. Please, I need everybody to just cross their fingers right now. We have 14 seconds for Holy Palasve to land an auto and refresh this shit. It would be so huge. Please. 5 seconds. I need this. 3 stacks. Terrible dive and sprout timings, so the dive is gonna happen way before the spout. The boss is currently at 20% and he's gonna dive in 17 seconds. I don't think they're gonna be able to push it. Maybe if the boss holds his dive. Please, hold your dive. Don't use your dive as soon as it's available. I beg of you. I beg. Dude, is it at like 0.1% or something? Is it gonna come back up after this and just die and the run is bricked? Everybody needs to die so fucking fast. Don't fucking feint death. Jump in the water and get killed. I swear to God, if any of these hunters are feint deathing and this bricks the run, I will legit scream. Please. Oh good, it despawned. We're safe. Oh my fuck, dude. Zero 0.2%. 0.2%. That was way too close for comfort. What the fuck? Man, that was with perfect Bashguder-proc as well. Ay. How can they not find 36k in the raid? That makes no sense to me. How much DPS increase per bash stack? Bit hard to say actually, because they have so much physical DPS. I can't give you an exact number, but on a DPS check like this, it's pretty much do or die. If they don't get it, they need very lucky timing with boss abilities. Burning starting off strong by topping damage, of course. Can't the Feral Druid stack it instantly? I don't know if it's worth it though. I mean, I'm not gonna flame the player, but I don't know about this Feral DPS. I can't say the Feral DPS has been valuable enough this tier. Yesterday was a bit sad because he died on Alar and stuff, but I just never see the Feral Druid on any of these important fights. The only times I see him is when it's like full on swiping, killing everything. I don't think the class is working. Oh my god. They must have changed something. 2 for 2 on the fish counter. That is disgusting, actually. Okay, we're currently sitting comfortably at 0 stacks. Perfect. I mean, if we're gonna have a 100% fish ratio, then this start is really not that toxic. One stack, 2 stacks, very good value to get it now. 3 stacks, okay, this is value. I like it a lot. We have dive in 45. Oh, look at Yab. Yab doing a fucking 10.5k opener as Enna Shaman, cranking his heart out, beating every hunter on the damage meter right now. It's really good that that knockback went on the Shadow Priest and Holy Pala, because those classes are highly relevant. It's gonna become so fucking close now. But the Sprout is very nicely timed. You see, the Sprout is 3 seconds ahead of the dive. I think the boss is gonna Sprout and then dive. If he holds Sprout and then dives, I will scream. Please Sprout. Please Sprout. I beg of you. I beg of you, fucking fish. Okay, we're playing. Minus 01. I like it a lot. Oh, this is way late. Oh no, what are they doing? The Chinese have pulled the Hydros already. Hydros should be here. Oh, this is dog shit. Oh no. Nay. Okay. Holy Palace V just casually hitting the boss from the front, getting multiple parries. Love to see it. Okay, now he's maybe behind, but I'm not sure. Yeb is definitely behind. Now he's behind. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the way that they did Hydros here, terrible. I think they also pulled in this Colossus, maybe a tad too late. We'll see. Alando is getting hit by the Colossus. Okay. I think the timer might... I think it's gonna be slightly red here. but I'm not sure. It's very hard to gauge their DPS, but it looks like a pretty bad engage. Plus 14. And the Prot Paladin is dead. So the Chinese are doing Hydros here. Here, guys. Why are they not doing it? I have no idea. What are we doing? Nay, 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 nay. What are we doing? It's the final week. Okay, the guy is already in position. They're all gonna be scalding here and getting rest. They're saving this trash pack for later. I swear, if a hunter fucks up this this suicide. Sketto is not dying. Okay, now he's maybe doing it. Everybody's doing it. Everybody is successfully... Okay, nice. So, mass rest in 4 seconds. This is a huge skip, but it comes with some downtime now that you need to get rebuffed. Okay, this is hype. This is hype. So the Chinese would right now be doing running down the tunnel, but instead what the Westerners are doing is insane immunity pull with a Lady Vash trinket on their Pharaoh. Can they survive? Aura Mastery has been used. It looks like they have stabilized. They pull in the trash pack that is leading up to Phantom Lord. I think this is a decent skip that they managed to do, but the Hydros pathing was kinda dog shit. They lost 14 because of a late pull. It's gonna be very interesting to see what the timer looks like here. A lot of bleed damage coming through now, even though they're trip healing. Nice. close to the Fire Nova, didn't he? Oh, okay. It's okay. It's just a Holy Paladin. It's my... If Holy Palasved now gets targeted by Phantom Lord, it's so over. Okay, now we are in for a treat. -2 on FLK death is very, very impressive. What they should do now is do what the Chinese did over here and then do a mass res. They should not stay behind like this and single target res. They should cast a mass res from here with arguably one of the... with literally anyone. But it looks like they're going back to single resting instead. Oh my god, multiple people dying in the tunnel now. 2 healers taking times to rest. Manually getting rest here. No gnomish RB knives was used, as far as I could tell. They are probably losing the lead that they had, but remember, they are still behind by at least 1 trash pack at this point, because they skipped some trash. Oh, this is a fucking disgustingly dangerous Motorgrim pull. This can really turn ugly. Risking it, I like that though. Send it, boys.
It's your choice to make. What does it take for you to break? When you need it, you're escape. And you're out of time. Lost in your own place.
Tank is getting destroyed. No cheat death. Tank has no cheat death right now, so it's very, very stressful. The boss is being tanked far away from the watery graves, which makes people lose uptime. You can see the warrior running back before he can charge. Now they're moving the boss so that the graves aren't as punishing, but this should have happened like 15 seconds ago. They should already have this boss in this position so that the graves don't mean that you lose uptime. I don't know why the boys are playing sloppy today. This is dangerous. Feral Druid done. Everything is gonna be on the tank now. Healing him. It looks like they somewhat managed to stabilize it. I wonder if there's a reason they're not combat resting DJ. To me, it looks like they have Dance and Lexus combat rest ready, but maybe that's a bug. I feel like you want your off-tank to be here. I also think he is the guy that's supposed to be doing the res on the skip. Isn't it this guy? Isn't it this guy that's supposed to be doing the fucking skip and res everyone? I think it is. They CR on Hydros, on character, but combat resses get back on encounter end. They get combat resses back after each encounter. That's why I'm a bit surprised that DJ is on CD. Lex is the guy doing it. Holy shit, the production, guys. I wonder what Lexos is doing right now. Okay, press the console. What is he doing? Oh my god! Lex! Lex? Nej. Nej. I don't think he practiced this at all. Oh my god, bro. They were minus 02. And this skip would, I think they probably could have gotten world record here if they had a really good Vash. And that would have put pressure on the Chinese tomorrow. And it would, like, alleviate some of the pressure for the final round. Fuck, dude. Nah, I don't even want to press my soundboard. I'm just sad by all of this, dude. We can't be too upset with Lex, though, because it's really like a big chain of mistakes that leads to this, right? They have one more run, yeah. Oh man, that's rough. It all stems back to the disaster at Fathom Lord, right? So when you get to FLK, which is Fathom Lord characters, they had like multiple people dying that they needed to rest. Then as they were transitioning over there into the tunnel, they had another 2 people die. And by this time they were completely out of combat rests as a resource. And then they got to Morrogrim, which is a very dangerous part of... I talked about before that it could be a potential brick, that it's a very dangerous part of the speedrun. And out of all the people that could die, of course the Feral off-tank, who is the guy that is supposed to do the skip, is the guy that dies, and they don't have a combat rest. So he dies. What they do then is that they send their Feral DPS to do it. But I don't know exactly how DJ is doing it, if he's using an Invis pot or if he's using cloaking device. But sadly, Lexulas, who is the Feral DPS, he fails, right? He needs to wait for Morrogrim to die to be able to do item swaps, and he sadly moves too close to the trash pack, and just the run is over. Man, it's just very, very rough to watch, because I was talking about before how the Feral DPS really isn't pulling its weight, and it was about to become the most clutch moment of the speedrun, where the Feral DPS like, I will do it, and he will step up and save everyone when the Feral tank is dead, and he just completely shits the bed and doesn't do it. Fuck, dude, I really wanted that to work out. Oh. I guess it's an ultra brick, guys. / prediction. Choose outcome. They ultra brick. Congratulations, doubters. Man, they can fucking crush this, but there were a couple of things that were so bad. Is it possible to go back in the VOD here? Yes, I think there is. There's a couple of things here that was very fucking painful. Here, I'll show you. This is the first thing of the VOD. I'm not a fan of this at all. So, when they come back up here, the Chinese, you see this little pet here? This pet has already pulled Hydros and the Giant in the Chinese world record, and they are fighting Hydros at this spot. The reason why that's so insane is because, here, look as when they're fighting Hydros. When Hydros dies here, if you fight him in the Chinese position, which is over here, right? Then you can just rocket boot and jump to the next place. So all of this movement that you have right here, you can just skip. And what is this? This is like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 9 seconds of time gained just because of the positioning of the boss. And then they do this very interesting skip that ends up being like ±0, maybe a slight gain, I don't know. If everybody could be as fast as Holy Paladin, like look, there's no reason a Holy Paladin is the fastest guy to get there. I don't think Holy Paladins play with the movement speed talents, do they? It's prot Paladins that have it in Wrath. I have to check. He's under the boss when the boss dies. Like, all of these people are more in front than him. Like, right here, Holy Palasvea is like one of the last people to exit. There's like 3 people behind him. How does he overtake these people? Like, he jumps super early as well. Like, he doesn't make the most of the rocket boost. He could have used at least 1 more second before making this jump. This is not perfect nitroing. But he jumps late and manages to pass a lot of people. Well, this guy is going the wrong direction. He forgets that they're actually running here, so Take Note has forgotten what it's all about. Drums with Nitro? Yeah, but he drums... I mean, he drummed all of these people in this group for sure. All these people also have it. For some reason, Take Note runs on the upside here. I don't know why he does that. Oh, he's the guy clicking the... Never mind, Take Note knows exactly what he's doing. I mean, sure, he has drum here, but what the fuck, guys? Why doesn't everybody have drums? How is the Holy Paladin the first guy to reach this position? I'm upset. He drums early compared to the rest. I mean, he still has drums running. Here, look. And drums doesn't only... He has 3 seconds left of his drums. He's gonna drum right before the jump. He equips Skull late. This is a late Skull equip. And I think it's still gonna be fine. Yeah, he's too early. Doogie can life tap, that's why he dies fastest. Dan drums when they're halfway across the water. Yeah, I mean, that type of shit can't happen, man. You need to drum before you make the jump, to make the most of the jump with a parachute to get to this position. They can gain like 8 seconds there. And if you combine that with a new Hydros positioning, it's 15 seconds. I'm not over-exaggerating. It's really not rocket science. Am I live? I think I'm live, right? There's no way I come back. And Lexolas is dead on the stairs. Line of sighting his healers from the fucking... There's no fucking way. There's 1 run left. It's the important run that's left. But man, look at these timers. It's green, red, red, green, green. Like, this is... Oilers is sure Lex is benching Druid for next year. I mean... I hope so. Lex is an amazing Death Knight. Lex is great at many classes. I know that he really likes to play Feral, but I don't see it. I think it's shit. I disagree a bit with the Chinese meta on using Death Knights, but I feel like it's shit. They should be 1 more Hunter or 1 more Rogue. Damn. Oh, a couple of very disturbing gameplays. But yeah, they really need to fix Hydros pulling, and they really need to fix the way people drum as they transition to the skip. Infer says Feral is good utility though. Yeah, but the utility of the Feral is based around saving runs that turn ugly. You can use Trank and you can combat rest people. But in the final weeks of speedrun, if you need to trank defensively and you need to combat res, you're probably already not gonna win against this level of competition. If you understand what I mean. It's just... I just don't see it. I think it's great for Race to World First, though. Like, in a Race to World First, I think Lex on Druid is 100% should be there. Because you always have people making mistakes and stuff, and he can... With his utility, it's huge, dude. It's like playing to not lose as opposed to win. Yeah, and I think in a Race to World First, it's super worth it, in my opinion. Man, I really want to try to shoutcast the race on Wednesday, but I have no idea if my laptop is gonna be able to cope. Actually, I could maybe use my mom's laptop. She has like an insane laptop for some reason. All she does is sit at home and fucking watch Facebook feed, and she streams illegal La Liga to her big LCD. She has a really good laptop, actually. It's really funny. My mom is a fan of Los Blancos, Real Madrid, and my dad loves Barcelona. So they are like... It's one of their biggest things now that they are retired, that they follow La Liga and they watch every Real Madrid and every Barcelona game, no matter if it's Champions League, the Spanish Cup, or La Liga, right? And they just banter all the time. So whenever I call them, I say, how's Real Madrid doing? And if Real Madrid is doing poorly, my dad is like super happy. And if I ask how is Barcelona doing, and if Barcelona is doing poorly, then my mom is super happy. So they are just like toxic to each other when it comes to La Liga football. But it's really cute, and it's a lot of fun when I go to visit them and watch La Liga. Sit in the couch and eat snacks and watch La Liga with like pretty low effort. They are hate watchers. My mom and dad are hate watchers before the word hate watch even existed. Dollar says watching El Clasico in their house must be fun. Watching Champions League and El Clasico in my house was always a blast growing up. I was very big into football when I was younger. Up until the age of 16, 17, I played football like 6 days a week in like a Swedish academy and stuff. So I grew up in a household where football was like life, and you watched every game for every nation in the World Cup. You even watched like what is the African Cup called? Not the Copa America. Obviously, we watched Copa America as well, but the AFCON. My dad loves the AFCON. My dad is like, the only real football now is like Senegal versus Nigeria, bro. I'm like, okay, dad. And he's like, yeah, they are real footballers. It's entertaining. They're really trying, and their fans super good. I'm like, okay, dad. I'm okay, dad. So, yeah. He knows like African. He talked about some. What is the name of that Egyptian player that went to Liverpool and became a legend, who just retired? My dad, one of my dad's biggest talent scouting features is when he called that Salah. He was like, there's this Egyptian guy, he's really good, his name is Mo Salah or something. I'm like, dude, nobody cares about the fucking Egyptian footballer. And he's like, shut the fuck up, you don't know football for shit. This guy is really good, I'm telling you, bro. And he was in like some shit club at the time, and he did an amazing AFCON, I think. And yeah, my dad, it's one of my dad's biggest scouts. He was like, this guy is gonna be big. I think he was in the conversation to get the Ballon d'Or at his like height of his career, right? He was really fucking good when he was at like peak. It would have been really cool if an Egyptian got the Ballon d'Or. Sadly, he lived in the timeline of Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, which is just GG. He was in Chelsea, then Roma. Yeah, and then Liverpool, right? It's in Liverpool where he became like a club legend, I think. Is this reset the last chance? Yes, we are 1 round left of this. Fiorentina. Yeah, I think this was like Fiorentina Salah, where it's like nobody knew who he was, kinda. He was just an upcomer. But I was like, this guy is fucking owning. I watch Egyptian football now. And I'm like, okay, Dad. You need to watch Group C in the AFCON. This guy is really good. And I'm like, what? Since I'm talking about Anfal dad lore, my dad still, he's like 75 years old. Now he's 73. Gets up in the middle of the night, Swedish time, to watch the junior hockey every New Year's Eve. Around that time, there's the junior hockey. He's like, oh, I have to watch this. And he gets up and he's like, I'm watching this shit. And I'm like, but you don't even like hockey that much. He's like, this is real hockey. Junior hockey is entertaining. And he's sitting there like dead. He's like so tired. I'm like, Dad, everybody else is going to bed. And he's like, but it's only the second quarter. So, yeah, but I mean, all right. And he's like, I have to watch this. It's a matter of willpower at that point. Make sure your dad does not get into sports gambling. More Anfal dad lore. My dad was a construction worker in the 70s, and he has always been very, like, whenever we were kids and playing with cards and stuff, he would always be like disapproving, and he'd be like, And I spoke to him when I was a teenager, like, Dad, why do you never want to play cards with me and my sibling and family? And it's like, whenever I see a deck of cards, I think of the guys at the construction site that would get their paycheck, go outside, because it was like a van where you got your paycheck in cash. They would go out, gamble it on cards, and lose it. And they would have anxiety and be like alcoholics, because all their paycheck from 2 weeks of work was just gone. So my dad was like, every time that he saw a deck of cards, he was just reminded of all the people he was working with when he was growing up that ruined their lives over a deck of cards. Like, so my dad is very anti-gambling because he's seen what it's done. Like, my dad, when we're gathering the entire family, he doesn't want to play cards as like a family thing. Not even money involved or anything. When we're like, oh, we want to play some canasta, you want to play some bridge, you want to play some cards. And my dad is like, no, I'm leaving. And I'm like, oh, whoa, I'm sorry. He's like, no, fuck a deck of cards. Deck of cards has ruined families. And I'm like, yo, okay, dude. Okay. So he's very, very against it. How about Monopoly? Yeah, we didn't have Monopoly when I was growing up. My mom and dad are both anti-capitalists. So they think Monopoly is just a way to introduce capitalism to young children and considering it a game when it's actually a destructive system to society. So that's the type of household that I grew up with. I wasn't allowed to play Monopoly because it was teaching me and indoctrinating me into capitalism. Of course, I still played Monopoly when I was with friends, but we never had it at home. Real communism hasn't been tried. No, they're not communists, dude. They are not. No. Yeah, I mean, as I get older and older, I understand that my parents actually had like real convictions, which is something that I think my generation is very lacking in. I feel like my generation, people between the ages 30 and 50 in Sweden, are some of the biggest consumers and like cringe people when it comes to trying to change systems. They They don't really vote. They don't show support for anything that they believe in. They don't go to the street and protest. They don't request that the people that do wrong or are corrupt get put in jail. Instead, they sit at home and they post on Twitter. Parents sounds like proper chats. Yeah, they're great. I have nothing bad to say. Younger people are even worse. I mean, I feel like it's such a boomer take to talk shit about the younger generation, you know? Whenever I find myself being, oh, today's youth, I realize, holy fuck, I'm old as shit, dude. And I can feel my hairline receding when I talk about the stage of the youth. So I've also been young, so. Dr. Coke says, I vote for whoever I find the most attractive. So you know my girl Ebba sits prime position. The dick don't lie. My wife, who is also quite politically interested, is just heard me say that out loud, and she's like, oh my god, dude. When I read your comment out loud, my wife is currently like in distress. She's like, oh my god, is this the type of people that I'm voting with? She's despairing so hard right now. We're going into the final run soon. I'm just yapping as we're waiting for them to gather up. They're going over the run and what to improve. It's pretty obvious to me what they have to improve, and it's Hydro's positioning, and then just not completely flatlining when they get to FLK and Morogrim. Rosendal says, not wrong though, I mean the cracked location tracking app. Dude, you remember that conversation we had yesterday when I talked about the way that they share their location 24/7 with their friends, like a fucking surveillance system? When I was in my 20s, it was the entire Snowden thing. You remember Snowden? The whistleblower who came out and exposed like the NSA and shit for spying on Americans? You fast forward 15 to 20 years, and now young kids are like happily sharing their information everywhere all the time, and we live in like an ultra surveillance state, and people do it voluntarily. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened, dude? Yeah, I don't know. What type of whistleblowers are we gonna get in the future? Maybe some developer at Blizzard comes out and be like, this is my story. What really happened to Classic WoW? And like, it's very dramatic music playing, and he's like, my name is Agrand. This is the uncut story about what happened to WoW Classic. I'm currently living in Ecuador, so I cannot be extradited to the US. I will now share everything. There was actually a bit of a controversial ruling in the European Union this week. I don't know if you guys have been following it. Have you guys ever heard of the European Union? It's a European Union that makes that some of you can't bet on predictions, by the way. It's because they consider it to be gambling and they want to protect you. And another thing that they want to protect in the European Union are children. And apparently children online are getting groomed by predators in Minecraft and in chat rooms and stuff. So a couple of years ago, it was pushed to introduce something called chat control, which was an incentive that the government would be allowed to read every type of chat log that you have as a way to protect children without any formal registration of you being suspected of a crime. But now it's been overruled, so the chat control is no longer. So there's a couple of very high profile European Union members who was like, Yeah, you guys remember a couple of years ago when we allowed for the government to basically read all of our chats to prevent children? It turns out it didn't actually work. Children are still being like targeted by predators online. So I feel like this is just something that we do to like spy on our citizens. So we don't want to do this anymore. So they voted it down. So it's gone now. And this is turning into a big political thing where people are claiming that these people who voted it down because it didn't work, that they are like evil to children. So in the European Union right now, be prepared for a lot of pushing to get chat control back to protect children. But it's quite interesting that it went away, I think. Let's get a prediction going, guys. Even Beyond says, what is Classic Plus? I don't know, go ask Jordi. Jordi seems to be very invested in Classic Plus. Okay guys, the prediction is up. You can now place your hard-earned channel points. I saw a couple of doubters make a lot of Anfal channel points in the previous betting. Maybe now you want to switch sides? Come over to the believer side. Place your bets right now, and we will tally it up, bro. Let's see which one of you are believers. And which one of you guys are doubters. Okay, Gamma Hook always sticking to being a believer. Very nice, very nice. Dollar says, should I go for the win-win? Dreamy, my guy. Dream coming in. Skoog. Scrooms has swapped sides, and I know Scrooms made bank the previous bet because he was a doubter before. NTW. We got Flair also believing in the boys. Jabber says, I feel like if I don't bet, we get the best runs. Yo. Are you not gonna bet on yourself winning? You don't believe in yourself, dude? Work says, I only had 300 points. Well, you know, one way to get more points in the Anfal community is to just be better at betting. And the other one is to actually watch Anfal's content. And I would suggest you just get better at betting, because who the fuck wanna watch Anfal? Skies also coming in with a believer. Cool, okay. There's a lot of believers actually in the chat who want the best for these guys. I still haven't seen any of the Newman people. Jabber says, you ain't streaming enough for me to collect points. Maybe I should just have a black screen on 24/7 and you guys can have it up on second monitor just to farm channel points. Geeky. Thank you very much, Geek. Yeah, okay, of course. We got T-Devs, hate watching. Doesn't want to see people who beat him ever win. Wait, no doubter, but there's 300k. Speak up. Which one of you guys put in 300k on doubting and doesn't want to type in chat who you are? You can't put in 300k channel points that they will brick their run without stepping forward. Luke? There's no way. Luke, out of all people. What? I don't know why I just held you as someone that believed. It says Yusua put down 75k. Yusua, speak up, dude. Speak up. Boxem says, was the second run somewhat decent? Yeah, I mean, the timer was green, but they sadly wiped on Morogrim. Rally always hating. Oh, well. Another bitter classic player in the chat. Oh, Ave coming in with a little bit of belief. I needed that. I needed some positivity, you know. I can't just have people doubting. I can't believe we have 350k on doubting, but there's so many people who want to see them win. It's almost like One person, one vote doesn't work for this. Luke says it's a win-win. Either I get a lot of points or I see a nice run. Dude, stop justifying these bets like this. You're just rationalizing being a doubter, bro. Live with some fucking risk, you know? Oh, Seclight. Nice. Another believer. This is gonna be a big bet. There's almost 500,000 channel points on the line here. Churkata come through. I mean, there's a lot speaking for the guys here. But they also need to really risk it, so... Oof. When a speedrun is only 20 minutes, and 5 minutes of that is undulatus, you know it's a fast run. Doler saying 35k on believing, go big or go home. That's my man. Duel coming in. Blafa, full faith. Guys, this might be a good time for me to just mention that if you are a subscriber, you actually make more channel points. Meaning that if you make more channel points, you can cock slam harder to make your opinion seem cooler online. Look, I'm just saying, that's an incentive right there. Or just bet better, I guess. Is this my, instead of being like, guys, don't forget to use your Twitch Prime, instead it's like, guys, don't forget that you can increase the amount of channel points you make. Oh, I need to remove this code. It's, I think it's just for... Yeah, it's not only active a few more days. Maxim, let's go, believers. Max Sim, actually. Maxim. I'm very curious to see what Windy will decide on. Because a lot of these people are people that he played with a lot. But Windy is also a certified hate watcher of any channel that he watches. And he just relishes in people fading. Yo, Farson saying time to take Relly's points. Bringing the Newman GDKP mentality in. Okay. Farsan switching over to the believer side is actually quite the term. This is like a Republican going over to the Democratic Party. Dr. Coke. And of course the Houthis are the doubters. The Houthi rebel. Nah, next is also a doubter. Oh, Redley of course doubting. Okay, I think we're gonna see a pull timer soon. Why did you put me twice? I actually did do that. Sadly, there's no undo button on this drawing sheet. I'll just cross you out then. Double doubter, double negative into positive maybe? I'm gonna relocate from my bed to computer for this run, I think. Holy shit, the amount of conviction this man has. He is about to get out of his bed to sit up in his Herman Miller chair to watch 20 minutes of speedrun, guys. This is dedication right here. Who says we need GLP-1 as a way to solve obesity? We just need more speedruns to make people get out of their couch. Let's squeeze in 150k points. Yeah, we only need 150k more to get 1 million on the betting stage here, which will be a new time record for my channel. I think the highest bet I've ever had is 960k total channel points in the pot. So we're almost there. The 50-50 split is kinda crazy. Soon people will start creating like financial vehicles to have leverage. Oh, we have output leverage. Please. Type right now how many phishing attempts you think they need. It's been crazy recently. Let's go. What do we have? We have one stack of bash scooter already up in the boss, which is very promising. The dream is to get a refresh before it drops in. We got a 2 stack. This is very promising. If we get a 3rd stack, I might just get semi. This looks very, very promising. Fast or offline? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I mean, he's back, but come on. I mean, he is on the damage meter, but let's just go again, angle. Well, we go again. This is the first disconnect of the evening, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or you know what, actually? Don't correct me. I want to live in my own delusional world. Don't correct me, actually. No, Sketto and Red has been on par. I actually saw one of the fast players type in chat. I saw Joe Light. Well played, Joe Light. I've seen you in a couple of the runs. Which one is this out of 3? This is the 3rd one. This is the final one. Final. Why does Alando not have a character called Finalando? I feel like that's a great alt name for him. Maybe he can have an... This is his name, right? Orlando. And if you just add these 2 letters in front, it actually is a pretty decent name for an alt. Come on. It's good that they bricked the run. I mean, not bricked, that they said, fuck it, let's reset, because this is the final run of phase 2. So just quick recap. We have seen phase 1 and we're gonna get to phase 11. We are currently in phase 2, which is, today is Monday. On Wednesday, we get phase 3, which is gonna be basically tier 7 from Wrath. I will look into if I'm gonna be able to shoutcast it or not. It is somewhat overlapping with Easter and my celebration plans for Easter, but I would love to watch it because there's gonna be a lot of Chinese guilds competing, and the race to world first at the end of the day is like so hype. So this is the currently Gladiator GLA is number 1 in Tempest Keep. They won that one. They are currently number 1 in SSC. And this is the one that the Fast Guild is trying to overtake, and they are on their 3rd run now. You should watch. You should launch 01 your time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed early and wake up midnight. If I do it. And just do a all-nighter. Okay, fish counter right fucking now, dude. Get me a fish counter. What do you think? Oh my god, there's no fucking way. One shot the fish. Okay, we got 1 stack. It'd be really nice with a refresh here. That would enable us so much. Nice that we get the knock on the Holy Paladin. Please get a refresh. 10 seconds, guys. Great opener by a couple of rogues. 12k peaks. Please get it, please! Oh my god. We go from fucking 1 to 3! The fucking double proc. It's insane. Okay, the spout is in 37, the dive is in 30. So sadly, the dive is ahead of the spout. So we need to get lucky. We need good fucking crank here. I think they are on pace. I think they're on pace. Okay, let me see. 8. The dives in 8. The boss should die. This is a ultra fast kill. This is really fucking good. -3. What is that? There's a guy very far away on the minimap. What? Is that all ready for the death skip? Okay, he's already gone. I feel like this is such a late pull, man. And I don't like that they're doing the pull here. I want them to do it all the way over here, so that they're closer to the actual skip. So you have 2-minute tinnitus debuff before you can draw them again. I think it could very well be a green timer after this, but this section could be improved so much. Skull can be equipped in combat because it's an offhand. So you can actually equip it when the boss is at like 1 or 2%. So the skull equipment doesn't matter. Having a great fucking pull here. Save him! Healing him and raids are used. very fast kill. The DPS is really, really high. Okay, the tank procced. I swear to God, if tank's dead. I beg of you. I beg. He's back up. Okay, plus 10. They can make this back, but this is really, really fucking shitty. Okay, let me see when he drums. He should be drumming around now. No drum from Holy... Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude. My goat completely fucked up. He didn't drum, he didn't rocket boot, parachute. They're so behind on this skip. Is it nerves? Are people shaking? I swear to God, if anybody fails this, I will lose my shit. Lex, die. Lex, die. I beg of you, Lex. Fast, die. Fast, die. Lex, die. Why are these two people not dying? Why are these two people not dying? Fast, die. Oh my god, we're losing 10 seconds to these two players right here. It's insane. It's nerves. It's nerves. It's gotta be. Fuck, dude. I think the timer is gonna be red after Leotheras now, but they can still get the world record. But no mistakes from here on out. We've had enough mistakes already.
Do you wanna know that it doesn't hurt me? Do you wanna hear about the deal that I'm making?
He's doing the
It's
full
you
now.
and me.
This is gonna be a big fucking crux. They need everybody to stay alive here.
Make a deal with God, and I get him to swap our places. Be running up that road, be running up that hill, be running up that building. Say if I only could.
Very nice focus fire to activate the boss early.
Say if I only could.
Trash pack is in just as they want. They need to interrupt this nether mage though to get it in. Trank and healing him was used together with Raid Psych. They might be low on CDs now for the next Whirlwind. I'm unsure what they have now. They have Aura Mastery, Evo Aura maybe?
It doesn't hurt me. Do you wanna feel how it feels? Do you wanna know that it doesn't hurt me? Do you wanna hear about the deal that I'm making? It's you.
Okay, very, very risky, but also very nicely executed Leotheras the Blind. I think it's gonna be red still because of the fucked up skip that they made. With the failed parachutes, with the failed skull. But I think they're still on pace to potentially win. Still winnable. Let's see how bad it looks here. If it's more than 20, it's over. Super fucking winnable, guys. the fucking boss. Oh my god. Rogue is gonna lose uptime. I don't know, is that a hunter? I can't tell. It's a shaman. The shaman is so ripped. Like, look at Yab. Look at Yab over there. He's losing like 10 seconds of fucking uptime, dude. Comes the next dangerous part of this fight. So the hunter is gonna send with Eye of the Beast his pet to pull in waves of trash to meet trash requirements now as they're fighting Tidewalker. However, some of the ads that are gonna come in have very nasty abilities such as silence, armor puncturing, and we've seen guilds wipe here. Let's see. First wave comes in. DJ picks up the Phantom Witch, very nice, takes it to the side so it doesn't silence everyone. I like it a lot. This is gonna be dangerous, but it's winnable, I think. Murlocs overlap. Salve requested by Alando for blade storming. Double raid sack and healing him, overlap. I think they stabilized. Nice sleep tanking. He's dragging it in now when it's safe. Good job. Mind control on multi V using human racial to get out. Tank almost rips because of that. Nice, stabilizing. They're doing a fucking Colossus now. Huh? Tank has procced, but I think the worst is done now. We're gonna get at least one more grave. Hopefully it's good classes that get grave, not healers. Paints up used to protect in case of Breeze getting no graves. Just these blobs flying around. I think it's gonna be green now, guys. I think this is green. You can see that DJ has already left. He's ready in position. Minus fucking 29. Let's fucking go! We're gonna have to see them do a very nicely performed little skull tech here. Everybody needs to die and get mass rest by DJ up at the Vash platform. Sketto is first one to use his abilities. Please, nobody fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up. Just click your macro that you created for 100% certainty of death. Yes. Everybody dying. I love this. Oh, I feel like a cult leader in the Heaven's Gate cult. Die, church. Thank you. Everybody did it. We're eating good now. That's a nice fucking pull. I don't know why this rogue is dead though. I didn't catch it. Why did he not take the rest? Why did this rogue not take the rest? Or did he die again to getting like shot by a bow attack or some shit while not getting popped? Oh, they used many tranks, but he still managed to die. That's unfortunate. But one Combatress is an easy trade-off. None of these players have well-fed buff anyway. He's gonna be completely fine. It's better to pull. For some reason, Dan over here is requesting a bot. He's standing here and requesting a bot like a maniac. Maybe one of his TPC rocket boots light it up or something. They're pulling in trash to the Lady Vash encounter just as he faces. Beautiful. We need to watch out for the Shatter Armor ability now on the tank. The tank right now is Giga Squish. He has Mortal Strike and Shatter Armor. He can die. Nice interrupt by Reiju on the heal there. I love to see it. Probably not a sign, just player being locked the fuck in, boys. Okay, one thing that is completely unacceptable now is a melee player going down the stairs to look good on damage meters, only to get sniped by damage. If you are a melee player, please, I beg of you, don't go down and die in the stairs. One of the beacons have already been disabled. I think they are gonna be doing... I don't know what the trash requirements are looking like right now. I think it looks good. Tainted Elemental spawning anytime soon. That should be the second out of the 4. I think they have possibly one more wave of trash, but I don't know when it's a good time to do it. This wave is somewhat dangerous. Shield wall has been used by the tank. This is a double pack with a lot of shatter armor, so you have Mortal Strike up on the tank. Tank is in a really bad place here. You have Tainted Elemental in 30, that should be fine. Healing him is being used right now to try to mitigate some of the damage, and they stabilized. They did it. They fucking did it. It should be smooth sailing. Just briefly gonna look at damage done overall. One of the players that has been playing out of his fucking mind is Church Vibes, BM Hunter, gapping everyone. Okay, what we need now is a very, very clean handling of the last Tainted Core. If that one gets killed very fast, we have a very good Lady Vash here. Lex doing a really big play here. He wants to pick it up. He's too late, of course. Now he's used Rocket Boot and he's late to get back. A bit of a Kekel moment, but Hadouken tossing it forward. Okay, not the best handling of an orb I've seen, but it's acceptable. Staying in, everybody is rooted, and we have the ability, but people just using feint, they are impossible to buy. Archangel, let me thy light, to death's veil till we have heaven in sight. Archangel, it was worth waiting for, guys. We actually saw the boys land a run, and they managed to get the current world record as well. However, we know the Gladiator, Lele was here earlier today, and he said that they have 3 runs tomorrow that they're gonna be sending. Now, should I try to stream it? Should I try to restream the Chinese POVs from Doujin and Bilibili or whatever it's called? And we might maybe do a shoutcast tomorrow as well to see if they manage to overtake them or not. It could be kind of hype to see if they can overtake the Westerners or not. I really like that the pressure is back on the Chinese for one. I'll talk to Burning, because Burning is my man in the Chinese scene. He's the guy with all of the... He knows all of the streaming websites and stuff, and I can see if I can fix it. And I'll see what time it is tomorrow and if I can do it, because this has been great. I guess this... we're gonna have to wait and see if this screen that I prepared is gonna have a place tomorrow or not. I guess it's too early to say if it's gonna be the NATO flag instead or what's gonna happen, dude. Because you cannot celebrate yet, China. You're not quite there yet, dude. The Westerners are still putting a little bit of pressure on you guys. So we'll see if what they can do. Alright. Nah, that was great. Great job by the Westerners to land it, dude. They stuck the landing. Let me see if I can get a hold of someone here. Let me see if we can get anybody on the line. If anybody want to speak to us. Is there anybody from Fast that would like to come on? To come on the show and just do a couple of quick questions before I let you guys go celebrate? Hello?
Hello, hello.
Hey, let me see. I haven't been in this studio in quite a while. Can you just briefly, for the people who don't know who you are, just briefly introduce yourself?
My name is Lex. I am a speedrunner for Fast. I played in Progressive Mop. I'm playing there now on TBC. I played for No Time Rat. I do big damage, or at least I try to. Right now in Titan, maybe not that much damage, a more support role, but it's I'm having fun.
Okay, so yeah, I'm actually curious a little bit to talk to you about how you feel about feral druids in the current meta, because first off, I want to hear your thoughts, how you feel about the class currently.
I mean, I think Feral is obviously like we're lacking damage. I think like it is fair. We have Innervate, Combat Res. It's so broken and Rat, and then like we have this new trinket that just flat increases our movement speed by 15%. So when I'm dashing, which I get double dash after combat, like boss combat, I'm running at 200% movement speed, just chilling. Like I can backpedal and I will still be ahead of the pack if I want to, which is extremely cozy and fun. But obviously,
okay,
I wish
sorry,
the damage would be
I
a
hate
bit
to
more.
cut you off, but I'm not asking for you to pitch me to roll feral on the Chinese servers. I'm asking you, why are you bottom of the meters and like feeding it, like you're jumping into a lar, dying randomly in speedruns. You are going to Vash to do the skip because your DJ fucked up, right? But you looked semi-confused. Can you walk me through a little bit what happened there?
I mean, I have no idea really what he's doing other than like, I know where he's going. I don't know what he's like planning on doing stuff. I'm confused because he's like pre-equipped Gnomish, which I don't have pre-equipped. I'm on pot CD, so I can't invis pot. So like the utility he's using is I'm like trying to think, okay, how can I get past these mobs without doing that? Then there's a totem in the back that puts me in combat, which just confuses me more, and then I pull like an idiot in a run that I think I could have saved, but it would have still obviously been a decent bit off. I don't think we would have beat what we just did anyway.
No, I mean, I'm flaming you a little bit. I don't think you could have saved the run even if you wanted to there. It was bricked at that point. But so, Feral Druid, a lot of utility, really nice. Here, I'm gonna make a statement and you will say if you agree or not. I think the Feral Druid DPS is much better in a race to world first situation than a speedrun situation currently.
Yeah, I mean, by far. Like, if you go blindly... Like, I think we're assuming that the tuning is gonna be kind of similarly to what it has been, which is pretty easy, right? Like, it's not scary bosses we're gonna pull in a world first scenario. But if you're going in and the tuning would be difficult, you can just run 25 druids and you have 25 extra lives for the entire raid group. It's kind of similar to how we were stacking warlocks on Lich King, right? It's just completely disgustingly broken to have that combo draws. And then you also have Innervate, you have Tranquility, which is now raid wide and shorter cooldown. So yeah, the utility is insane on this class. So I can understand why they don't want the DPS to be high, but obviously I'm hoping that we will scale well, and we just need some more eye level, just a little bit more. Then Feral will be a number one again.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the spell coefficients are Wrath based, and when you think about Feral Druids in Wrath, it's usually around 250, 260 and more that the class really shines, and once you get to 270 plus, it's like one of the meta classes, right? And you are currently, what, 220 something?
Yeah, I'm 217. I'm missing some items, because a lot of the competitive items are obviously... in this comp, when there's hunters and rogues, it's not a lot for the poor little cat. I don't get a lot of the contested agility items.
Why do you think they don't prioritize you?
Because they're not stupid, I think.
It's almost like your death counter is making them hesitate when they want to give you Agi items.
Wow. That's fair, that's fair. I mean, I feel like I'm way up for it for all the battle wrestles I do.
Alright, that's what you're thinking, because you've combat dressed so many people, now it's time for them to give a little back, like
exactly.
double it and give it to the next person, you know?
Correct.
Alright, thank you so very much for coming on, man. I'll see if there's any one of the other guys that want to come on and just give a short little take, but I wish you a great evening, and now the pressure is on the Chinese, man.
Yeah, thank you too. See you.
Yeah, see you around. Okay, let me see, can I get somebody else? Let me see here who I can get. Do you guys want to nominate someone? Anybody that you would want for me to call up now that they got world record? Call Hadouken? Okay, I have one. So, can you briefly introduce yourself to my audience, because I don't think people recognize your voice unless they've played in one of the competitive guilds. Who are you?
Yo, I'm Hadouken. I'm a demo warlock player, and yeah, that's it. I crank a little bit sometimes, I guess.
I mean, every time that we see more than 15 mobs on the screen, we usually see you proc all of your shit, and you go to the top of the meter, and then you're gone. But I know you because you and me played together in Wrath, and you were the Demo Warlock back then. You are now the Demo Warlock again. Can you tell me a little bit, how come, Hadouken, that you're going back to playing Demo again?
I don't know, I think it's fun to play it in a speedrun setting because of like all of the trash. On bosses, it's not really as fun because mainly demos purely like AV, right? It's not insane on single target.
Have you looked at all at what your uptime on spell power is compared to the Chinese Demo Warlocks? Are you owning?
Haven't compared, but I'm pretty sure I try my best to have the highest, like at least on lurker. But sometimes on other fights, it's a bit desynced on my trinkets. So on average, it's not that high. But yeah.
How does it work now on the Chinese servers? Is it dynamically upgrading, or do you need to snapshot and shit?
It's a bit of both. So you ideally wanna like snapshot it with your like trinkets. It's basically like on Rat Classic. Nothing much has changed. You wanna snapshot it with all of your trinkets up, and it doesn't really it's not really dynamic. So
Because so the way the meta is expected to work is that right now we are in like 220 item level. We're gonna get into like 230, 240, which is like Ulduar TOGC. But eventually we are gonna get to like higher item level where fire mages are probably gonna be insane. What do you think? Do you think that your class is ever gonna be like you bring more than one, or affliction warlocks gonna become relevant? What do you think?
I don't really know, because I guess you could argue in like Mount Hygel there is like waves you like do a lot of AoE on, but I don't think you wanna bring more than one as it stands, like because of how OP the hunters are, or like rogues.
But on the same hand, in Wrath of Lich King, hunters are really good at the start of the expansion, and then they kinda fall off later on. So I guess we will see which classes are gonna become meta down the line. How do you feel about Tier 7 being the next race that you're gonna be doing?
I'm excited to do the race, because in Rat Classic I didn't race Tier 7, I raced from Tier 8 onwards, so it's gonna be a good experience for me.
Wait, I also missed Tier 7 with Progress. Were you one of the guys that also missed out on MSV when they got banned?
Yeah, I on what happened at MSV was I kind of overslept all of the pings, and yeah, I didn't go in early.
Okay, so the reason you didn't go in early is because you overslept all of the pings, not because you didn't want to be there. You just accidentally overslept.
Yeah, I randomly like woke up at like 10 p.m. my time, because that's when I usually wake up for races. And then I look at my phone and there is like 50 pings on my phone.
Alright, that's pretty good actually. Well, now that I think about it, you and me both missed MSV and you and me both missed Tier 7. So right now it's gonna be Tier 7 on China, and I guess you're gonna be competing in TBC Anniversary as well?
Yeah, I plan to. I'm very motivated to. Like in TBC Classic, I raced on Tier 5 and I didn't race Black Temple, Mount Hygel, and Sunwell, so I want to experience those raids.
Alright, that's awesome. I hope to shoutcast your next race as well. We'll see if I cover this Chinese one, because it's actually overlapping with Easter where I live, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to. But I wish you a great evening, Hadouken, and thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for interviewing me.
Oh, my pleasure. Have a great evening. Ciao!
You too, bro. See ya.
Oh man, it always makes me happy to hear Hadouken. The guy's voice, I've heard him so many PTR hours and so many raiding hours in Progress. Makes me nostalgic. I'm happy that he's still having fun. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can get this next guy on. This might be the final interview of the evening though.
Hello.
Okay, before we start, I will introduce you as the guy who DM'd me and says, you can't interview Lex, bro. You need somebody educated. So here, you guys, now you got somebody educated. Who am I talking to?
I'm Red. I have a bachelor's degree, bro. So.
Man, flexing on Lex like that, making him look bad, that's rough.
Yeah.
However, I think most of the people in my community know you as the guy. If it's not Sketto, it's you. Why do you keep disconnecting so fucking much, Red?
Yeah, my IP was exposed to China and I live in Mexico, so it's really hard to play without gear up. And every time I use gear up and Holy Pala turns on his stream, I instantly get a flood of large packets of traffic from China to my IP.
Man, if it's not the Chinese, it's the cartel, you just can't catch a break. However, you are, I believe, one of the leadership people in this project, am I correct?
Yeah.
Can you just give us, us buffoons on the outside, what does that mean? Like, what do you do for the group?
Honestly, not very much in the China server. I've been a bit busy moving internationally, but I'm coming from Nota, and we were I'm not sure if you remember, we were the 3-time speedrun world record holders in Wrath of the Lich King Classic. So just trying to bring some, input and advice from that time.
Yeah, I remember me and my psychiatrist spending hundreds of hours talking about Nota at some point, so I do vaguely remember that community. Now, however, now you are in the Chinese scene, but you also play on Anniversary, don't you?
Yeah, I play a bit of Anniversary. Most of the China players kind of started to play in Anniversary. We call them TBC drones. So that's how that's been going.
But if you had to choose then, would you like to focus more on China or more on Anniversary? Where is your heart?
Honestly, because of the network issues that people have on China, I'd say the China server itself is more fun. The gameplay is more fun. I prefer Wrath of the Lich King expansion. The raids being like weird, and 25-man Kara is coming out, 25-man AQ20, 25-man ZG, some interesting things ahead. But I think the constant server issues that we have from all using VPNs and DCing into a Chinese client and stuff like that makes me less, they're kind of 50-50 because of, I like the server more, but I find a lot of issues.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally understandable. It must be super frustrating as you who put a lot of effort and time in and then be gated by these type of things that are sort of out of your hand. However, do you plan, maybe you don't want to disclose this, but are you planning on playing the Tier 7 race that's coming now?
Yeah, so a little bit of stuff for me. My wife is 7 months pregnant, so this is kind of my last hurrah, I'm thinking. And trying to go out with a bang. Hopefully our SSC time holds tomorrow, we'll see. And then we can win Tier 7 Prague and sail into the sunset together, I think they'll continue playing, yeah, but I'm taking an extended break from the China server because of the birth of my child.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally relate. I did the similar thing when my daughter was born, and then I found out that it was actually quite easy to combine like having a newborn and playing. However, now that the child is slightly older, it's absolutely impossible to do anything organized like that. So totally understandable. Totally understandable. So
yeah, I saw that. I just want to say thanks for having me on, man. I've been a big fan for a long time. This is one of my life dreams to be on your channel. So
I mean, you did.
I watched you have a child, and everything. So yeah.
I mean, you're just checking off the bucket list one by one. Maybe tonight
exactly,
you can whisper in your wife's ear what happened to you, and maybe that will turn her on. Who knows? Who knows? This is big for you. I see that. Any finishing words you want to say now that you have your 15 minutes?
No, I'm good. I'm good, man. Said everything I had to say. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for coming on, Red. I've seen your name. I've lost to you so many speedruns. It was super nice of you to come on and just show everybody that Lex is a buffoon and you are actually the guy who knows what's up. I wish you a great evening and say hello to your team for me.
Thanks, bro. Take care.
Cheerio! Alright guys, that was Red, a pure leader in the flesh. I've seen a couple of hosts coming in, Sarth, Holy Palace, thank you guys so much for showing love like this. Man, I feel like I really want to shoutcast you guys the race that you have coming up. We'll do one final interview now. We'll do one final one. Okay, before I get into the questions, can you just briefly introduce yourself to my audience in case they don't recognize your voice?
Of course. I'm Jet. I've been playing with Progress since ICC until MOB, when unfortunately had to leave and find a new home, which is apparently now China.
Okay, I will now give you a statement and you tell me you say true or you say false, okay?
Sure.
The reason you didn't play speedruns in ICC with Progress was because Anfall existed. True or false?
True.
The reason you became the new Enha prodigy is because you really wanted to dethrone Anfall and show that gods could bleed in MOP.
Nah. False.
Nah, you were actually a really nice partner to have as an Enha buddy in MOP. I had a lot of fun, and I'm super stoked to see you playing the Enha part now in China, obviously. Now, I'm curious, Yep. Do you play any other version of WoW other than the Chinese version right now?
I'm actually a bit of a demon, and I still play private servers. Weekly on Friday.
You play
have,
weekly private servers still?
Yes,
Is-
every
is-
Friday
is it
I play
Warmane?
Yes. I still play Warmane every Friday. I've been in the guild there since 2019. I'm an officer there, so I still do chill runs every week there, whenever I have time at least. Funnily enough, I'm not even playing Enha there.
I mean, it's not easy to get me stun locked like this, but this is a fucking kid. This is a person who is very, very deep into mental illness that is still playing Warmane every Friday in the year of the Lord 2026. Okay, let's
It's an
take you
issue.
back a little bit to reality. Let's not talk about like whatever that was. There's a new race coming up soon. Are you gonna be in it?
I actually don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope I am. I really want to speedrun Naxxramas. I never got to speedrun it in tier 7, since I was still playing a bit more chill when Classic was that far. So I really do hope I can get some experience here as well.
Well, I think the way I think about Enna Shaman in Wrath is that the class is very powerful at the start of the expansion, and then gradually other classes just outscale. So I think, what item level are you around right now?
My main is 218 item level. So I think I have another 20 item levels in me where I stay relevant.
Yeah, I was about to say, I also think you have like 20 more item level of having fun, and then you have to maybe transition into playing something else. Because I would imagine that maybe Blood Decay becomes the meta as a way to get the attack power or even marksmanship hunter. Then I'm wondering, what class do you think you would transition into at like 250 item level? Where would you go?
I think if I had the choice, I would choose either Fury Warrior, since that's what I'm actually maining since 2019. I'm very experienced playing Warrior. Or if they choose to maybe buff Red Paladin, I would also play Red Paladin. I think you remember as well, I used to play a lot of Red Paladin also in Classic and speedruns, in ICC and so on. So I'm also quite experienced there, but the class is just completely useless in China at the moment.
Yeah, and I think as maybe Prot Paladin becomes less mandatory, the Ret Pala could see some use case in the Chinese scene as well. Tomorrow, the way I understand it, your biggest competition, your only competition, is gonna be playing. Now, tomorrow, I'll see if I'm able to shoutcast it or not. If you look within your heart, what do you think? Will they overtake you, or will this SSC record hold fast? What do you think?
I think our record is pretty strong, but it really comes down to if they can hold up a completely clean run. I've seen the runs from Gladiator, and they have it in them to beat this record. I'm very sure they can. I'm just not sure if they can get a clean run in only 3 attempts, because it's very technical. So it's not that easy to get a completely full clean run like this.
No, I think that sometimes get lost when I'm broadcasting these runs. We're talking about, oh, this is a brick situation, this could be dangerous. But in order to beat you guys' record right now, not only do you need to avoid the bricks, you actually need to have pretty clean gameplay to beat you guys with this time, I think.
Yeah, I think we are pretty much at like 98% on every single boss today. At least I can talk for myself. I've messed up rotational-wise on some bosses and could have done more DPS, but I think we didn't mess up on any skip. We didn't mess up on any tech we planned. It's just purely boss damage and trash damage that they can use to catch up on us. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but we even beat their lurker timer, which as Alliance is pretty crazy, I think. Because they have the advantage of horde rages as trolls with the beast slaying, so their lurker was always very, very strong, and we beat that to date.
So that is why they are doing so much damage on the first boss, because of the beast damage.
Yeah, that's why their main tank can leave lurker early to pull Hydras, because they have so much more damage.
Oh man, that explains it. That didn't even cross my mind, the fact that you're playing different factions and they have that extra oomph in them, and that's why they can pull Hydros so early. Yeah, maybe this tier is actually horde favored then, because you're able to do that. They can gain maybe 15 seconds on you guys just in that segment if they do it cleanly.
Yeah, lurker to Hydras, I think they got us like 10 seconds at the moment in this run versus their best runs. Around 10 seconds difference, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely look into if I can shoutcast the runs tonight. If not, I hope you and your guildies are crossing your fingers, and I wish you the best, Jeb. Have a great evening, dude.
Thank you for having me on, Anfall. Have a good night.
Cheerio! Alright, I think that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Thanks to everybody who came on, providing some insight to some of the players that were watching weekly. It's great to be able to follow these runs like this. I have to say, before I quit though, what is going on? Hello? Oh wow, hello? I have to say though, I feel almost no hype whatsoever for watching anniversary tier 5 speedruns. I really don't feel any excitement, because all of these skips, all of these crazy pulls of Hydros, blah blah blah, here and there, we're just not gonna see it in Anniversary because the tech isn't there, and the classes just aren't as refined. So, yeah, I don't know. Need a 2 AM race shoutcast. Wait. Tonight? There's no way.